It's the series finale here on the Sideline Crowd as Colorado Rockies play Game 3 here at Marlins Park. Skylar Timmons joining you here as the series is tied 1-1. Rockies losers in yesterday's game. But looking to continue their Sunday success here against the Marlins. They have won all but one game on Sunday this season. They'll be looking to go up against Jordan Yamamoto. Made his 10th appearance. He's 2-4 with a 4.67 ERA. 37 strikeouts to 28 walks, 171 whip. He's given up 48 hits on the year in 44 and a third innings of work. So he'll look to tame this Rockies offense. And Sam Hilliard will lead things off today. Sam Hilliard getting the start today in left. He's batting leadoff in place of David Dahl. They swapped spots, and we're underway as that pitch misses outside for ball one. Marlins coming in at 24-22. They've dropped to third in the National League East. They won yesterday, lost on Friday. Here's the 1-0 to Hilliard, called strike there. 1-1, 91 degrees here in Miami. A little bit overcast, but still a hot one. Yamamoto kicks and deals the 1-1 delivery. Misses inside with that pitch. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Misses outside with that fastball. 3-1 on the Rockies left fielder. 3-1. Check swing, but it's called at the knees. 3-2. Like I said, Rockies losers in yesterday's game. 3-1 swing and a miss. We're underway here as Hilliard strikes out swinging. And there's one away here. Nice pitch by Yamamoto. Fastball up around the letters, and Hilliard's been chasing that as of late. Just behind on it. So there's one away here for David Dahl. Comes up to the plate now. First pitch to Dahl. Gets a piece of it, fouls that one away. Rough go of it for the Rockies yesterday. I'll get to that score in just a second. Kind of give you the lowdown on it. Here's the 0-1 to Dahl. Gets a piece of it and fouls it away. It's 0-2. Rockies lose 8-2 yesterday. Chichi Gonzalez having a rough go of it. Pitch misses low. 1-2. Chichi Gonzalez with the start. Only goes 3 2/3 innings. Giving up 7 runs. Here's the 1-2 to Dahl. Fouls that one off. The 1-2 to Dahl. It's pulled to first. Gathering it is Cooper. He'll take it to the bag. And there's 2 away here. Let's take a look at the Rockies starting lineup now. So they'll line up. Sam Hilliard and David Dahl. Nolan Arenado bats third. Charlie Blackmon batting cleanup in right field. Daniel Murphy after him at first. Ian Desmond in for Trevor Story, who's out with an injury. At shortstop, batting 6, Ryan McMahon. Then Dom Nunez behind the dish today with Herman Marquez on the hill. So Arenado will come in. Arenado, surprisingly very successful on the road this year. .330 average, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. It's kind of the opposite of what you'd think. Those are more Coors numbers as opposed to what he actually does have at home this season. First pitch to Arenado. In there with the slider. Strike one. Kind of a backdoor slider ran in on Arenado, but cuts in at the last moment to catch the plate. Here's the 0-1. In there again with that curveball. It's 0-2. That curveball and that slider kind of have the same trajectory. As here comes the 0-2. Misses outside. Tried to tempt him with that fastball. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the high cheese. And Yamamoto's got himself a 1-2-3 inning. We're to the bottom of the first. First look for the Marlins. here on Sunday afternoon baseball on the Sideline crowd. German Marquez getting the start today, making his 10th start. He's 3-3, 2.81 ERA. That's the best on the team. 65 strikeouts to 15 walks for a 111 whip. He's given up 49 hits in 57 2/3 innings. So German Marquez, by far the best starter for the Rockies this season. And he'll face Jonathan Villar, the second baseman, who's on a 10-game hitting streak. 277 average, 7 home runs, 15 RBIs. And Marquez kicks and deals. And a called strike there on the fastball. And we're underway here. Rockies still bottom in the West. They're 18-27. Still trying to course correct, get back to their winning ways. Here's the 0-1 to VR, hit out to center field. In comes Dahl. He'll make the catch, and there's out number 1 here. So we get a look here at the Marlins starting lineup. So Jonathan Villar, the second baseman, leads off. Then Miguel Rojas, the shortstop. Following him is left fielder Corey Dickerson. Then the first baseman, Garrett Cooper, bats cleanup. Third baseman, Brian Anderson. Right fielder, Harold Ramirez. Matt Joyce batting 7th in center. Jorge Alfaro catching with Jordan Yamamoto. As the Marlins have 30 stolen bases. Quite a bit of speed on that team. Quite a few good averages on that team you see there. Here's the first pitch to Rojas. Misses low with that one, and it's 1-0.
Ball, that's up.
Here's the 2-0. This one's flared over to second. McMahon's there to make the catch. And there's 2 away now. Marquez working quickly. He's got 2 outs through 5 pitches. Mowry with the left fielder Corey Dickerson. Dickerson in his last 7 games, 5 for 22. He's in 242 on the year, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. He's in the first year of the 2-year deal he signed with the Marlins during the offseason. Probably their biggest acquisition. Here's the first pitch to Dickerson, misses up and in with that fastball. Dickerson's been successful against Marquez. 2 for 6. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. Dickerson was pretty much the staple that sent Marquez and McGee over to the Rockies in that trade. Back in 2016, Dickerson traded over to the Tampa Bay Rays, who sent over Marquez and Jake McGee. Saw an article the other day talking about how that's one trade maybe the Tampa Bay Rays would take back. This one's flared into left. That'll get down for a base hit. So Dickerson with 2-out single. I'm going to go with Garrett Cooper. Marlins see their 4th in the National League in batting average entering this game. 268 average. See most of that top players of the National League East. Very competitive. A lot of good hitters so far in this first bit of play this season. Interesting when we've seen the Giants in there. Called strike at the knees. Cooper leads the National League in on-base percentage. 387 average. The Rockies have kept him somewhat quiet during this series so far. Here's the 0-1 to Cooper. Misses high. Marquez comes set. Here's the 1-1. Misses high. 2-1. Kind of pitching around Cooper a little bit here. That pitch misses inside. 3-1. Dangerous hitter and Brian Anderson on deck. Cooper 1 for 4 in yesterday's game with a couple of RBIs. This one's flared out to right. Long run for Blackman. He won't get there. That'll get down for a hit. Dickerson rounds, goes to third. The throw into second. Safe. So hustling into second is Cooper with a double. Kind of delayed on the throw there from McMahon, and he slides in just ahead of the tag by Ian Desmond. Might have even almost had him, but kind of that swim move to the outside corner, and so there's 2 men in scoring position for Brian Anderson. 2 outs here in the first. Marquez, after getting 2 quick outs, gave up the single, now the double. Now he faces Brian Anderson. Anderson, big. Well, yesterday had 1 for 2 in yesterday's game, had 4 RBIs, had 2 walks. Big contributor to their win. This one's flared out into left center field. Now it's going to get down and score 2. Dickerson scores, followed by Cooper. And just like that, it's 2-0 Marlins here in the first. Brian Anderson just gets the bat on it. Flares it out. Soft hit ball into left center field, but into no man's land. Kind of in the gap. And so the Marlins jump ahead here against German Marquez. Still with 2 outs. Putting together a little 2-out rally. Man at first now for Harold Ramirez, the right fielder. And that pitch misses low, ball 1. This has always been the struggle for the Rockies. Limiting 2-out damage. Closing out innings. They can usually get 2 quick outs. Then somehow a rally happens. All with 2 outs. They've done it themselves, and then they've also given that up. If that pitch misses, it's 2-0 now on Marquez. Here's the 2-0. Misses high, ball 3. So all of a sudden, Marquez is having trouble finding the zone. Here's the 3-0 delivery. In there with the slider, and it's 3-1. Well, not the way you wanted to start the game for German Marquez. Especially after yesterday's debacle for the Rockies pitching. 3-1, called strike on the outside corner. 3-2. Chichi Gonzalez only went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 7 hits, and that pitch misses low, ball 4. So 3 straight hits, and then a walk here. There's now men on first and second with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Matt Joyce, the center fielder. So Marquez really needs to get an out here, get out of the inning. Only having thrown 20 pitches or so. Rough day for him so far. Pitch misses low and outside, ball 1. Can't find the zone right now. But Gonzalez is now 0-6 on the year. Walked 5. Gave up 7 runs on 7 hits, all of them earned. This is down and in, 2-0. 24 pitches, 14 balls this inning from Marquez. Only 10 strikes. Here's the 2-0. Misses ball 3. Tight zone. Can't really command the breaking ball. Can't establish the fastball. So Marquez in trouble here. Here's the 3-0. Check swing, but it's taken anyway. 3-1. Almonte came in. Only gave up 2 hits. Went 2 1/3. Scoreless. Jake McGee went an inning and 2/3. Gave up a run on 4 hits. And then Tyler Kinley got an out. Only pitched a third of an inning to get an out. And walked a guy. The Rockies bullpen only gave up a run in the second half of the game, but they still lost 8-2. Rockies offense was just absolutely handcuffed by Lopez for the Marlins. Went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, 8 strikeouts. And then Kinsler and Hernandez both closed out the game. And taking called strike 3. So Marquez finally gets out of the inning. But the Marlins put up a 2-out rally and scored 2 runs on 3 hits. We head to the top of the second. Heart of the order due up for the Rockies. They're working from behind today. Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder, will lead things off. Blackmon third in the National League in batting average, a .362. Had the day off yesterday. Didn't play. And here's the first pitch to Blackman. Misses high, ball one. Well, the Rockies' offense yesterday looked a lot different. That was probably indicative of why they only scored 2 runs on 7 hits. Yamamoto now 1-1 on Blackman. Chris Owings led things off in right field. He went 1 for 4. Tapia started in center, went 0 for 4. This one's fouled away. Daniel Murphy went 1 for 3, scored a run. McMahon went 0 for 3. Sam Hilliard 1 for 4 with a run scored. Josh Fuentes with 2 RBIs, or 2 hits and a run scored. Here's the 1-2 to Blackman. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball up. That's what he's used to get 3 of his strikeouts right now. And now there's one away for Daniel Murphy. That's how Yamamoto, that fastball's working. The Rockies can't catch up. Using the breaking ball quite a bit. As the fastball's in there, strike 1. Yamamoto has established the fastball. That's what's led to his success so far in just an inning and a third. Kept the Rockies off balance. Not able to make great contact, as he struck out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced so far. Here's the 1-1 to Murphy. This one's fouled off. 1-2. So Fuentes had a home run yesterday. That scored one of the runs. So he had 2 hits. Hilliard did not score a run. I misspoke on that. Here's the 1-2. This one's lifted high down the line in right field. Back goes Ramirez. Either make the catch on the line, and there's 2 away here. Rough day so far for the Rockies. Not the way you want to start a ball game. Yamamoto, though, doing well. I'm going to be in Desmond, playing shortstop today. He's hitting .269, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Against righties, he's hitting .289. He has a homer, 3 RBIs. In there for Trevor Story, who hurt himself on Friday's game, hurt his calf, sliding into second base late in the game. Chris Owings replaced him. And then Ian Desmond played yesterday. He went 1 for 4. And then he's in there again today. Chris Owings hasn't been doing very well when he gets a starting spot. Usually just been a good bench guy. And Desmond, who hasn't played much as of late, who can play shortstop, that was his first position, can fill in there for at least a couple days. 2-1 now on the veteran. 2 outs here in the second. Rockies down 2-0. Yamamoto winds and deals. And a called strike on the inside corner. It's 2-2. It's just not the kind of day you want for the Rockies. Here's the 2-2 to Desmond. Misses high with that slider. Got away from him. 3-2 now. Payoff pitch coming. Swinging at the high fastball. That's the pitch that he's been going to get the strikeout. Desmond fights it off. Here's the payoff pitch again. This one's hit high to left field. Back goes Dickerson. He'll make the catch on the warning track as he braces against the wall. And that'll retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Yamamoto. We head to the bottom of the second. Marlins lead it 2-0. 8-9-1 due up. As Jorge Alfaro, the catcher, will lead things off for the Marlins. Here's the first pitch from Marquez. Swinging, and he fouls off the fastball. It's 0-1. Well, hopefully now, after a little bit of a breather, Marquez can come back under some composure and have a quick 1-2-3 inning. Swinging and miss the fastball. It's 0-2. It seems to always have been kind of the nature of things for the Rockies. Slow roller to second. McMahon's got it. He'll throw on to first, and there's one away here in the second. So we take a look here at how the Rockies will line up defensively. Pretty typical as usual. Left to right in the outfield, Hilliard, Dahl, Blackman. Then in the infield, we got Arenado, Desmond, McMahon, Murphy, with Dom Nunez behind the dish, and Herman Marquez on the mound. Rockies, again, one of the better fielding teams. Here's the first pitch to Yamamoto, the pitcher. Takes strike one. But it seemed like a lot of last season and the season before that, the Rockies were always giving up at least one run in the first inning. And kind of slow starters, and it's kind of hard when you're always having to work from behind in the game just immediately. And so that's what's kind of been happening as of late this season as well, as they've been giving up a lot of runs in an inning or two. Here's the 1-2 to Yamamoto. Got him swinging at the slider out of the zone. Nunez will throw down to first. And there's 2 away now here in the second. I'll bring up Jonathan VR, who flew out back in the first. Marquez got the first 2 men of the game last inning. And then the single by Dickerson and the double by Cooper. Anderson then with the 2-run single. And then he gave up a walk. And then he finally got the final out against Joyce, striking him out. Here's the 1-0 to VR, catches the inside corner, evens the count at 1. That's very disheartening when you're immediately down in a ball game for an offense. That puts a lot more pressure on you. You know, oh man, now we got to really focus. We don't have really time to make mistakes. 1-2 now on the Marlins second baseman. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Marquez. Ooh, just misses on the outside corner. That was a good pitch there with the fastball. Trying to paint the corner. Just misses apparently, and it's 2-2. Might have been a little bit low, maybe outside, according to the home plate umpire. But you really got to bear down when you come into a game, and at this level, got him swinging. Strike 3, so a 1-2-3 inning for Marquez. Fastball working a lot better for him that inning. Way to the top of the third, 2-0. Marlins lead this one. As the second baseman, Ryan McMahon will lead things off. 244 average, 6 homers, 19 RBIs, 343 on-base percentage. Kind of putting in a little bit of a solid, at least a little average, solid campaign at the moment. Yamamoto winds, and here's the first pitch to McMahon. Misses outside, ball 1. But as I was saying, at this level, you just really can't afford to always be coming in giving up runs. You can't ease yourself into things. Swings at the fastball up, 1-1. Yamamoto's really been utilizing that fastball up. The 1-1 lined to second. VR makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Dom Nunez coming up. Here's a quick look at the National League East division. Very tight division race. Washington leads at 25-21. Then Philadelphia, Miami, and Atlanta both have 24 wins apiece. And the Mets at 21-25. So very close race right now in the East. Miami surprisingly contending at the moment after a month. Here's the first pitch to Nunez. Pops this one up center field. Joyce is there, he makes the catch, and there's quickly 2 away. That'll bring up Herman Marquez. But at this level, we've seen this with a lot of the Rockies pitchers is, well, I know that's how I was in high school, is I was always rough in the first inning. If I could get through that, then I'd settle in and do fine. But you have to manage to settle in right away. And can't really afford to immediately put your team down, because at this level, 1 run can make all the difference. So that's something that the Rockies have, in real life, have to work on, as well as here in this simulated version of themselves. 1-0 on Marquez. Rockies' better hitting pitcher. Silver Slug Award winner. This takes ball 2. He's got 4 RBIs on the year. Here's the 2-0. Called strike there. Well, Marquez has been one who Likes to swing the bat, usually good at BP. This takes ball 3. He's got a good eye there.
3 balls, 1 strike.
It's 3-1 on now on him. Sam Hilliard, the leadoff batter, waits on deck. Here's the 3-1 to Marquez. Gets a piece of that one, runs the count full. Well, here's another payoff pitch to Marquez. Check swing, but he holds up. Ball 4, so Marquez, the first Rockies batter aboard, draws the 2-out walk. Now we'll turn it over to Sam Hilliard. Good at bat there by German Marquez, very patient. He's got a good idea of the zone as he holds up there. And they'll turn it over to Sam Hilliard, who struck out in the first. Chased a fastball up. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard. Runs inside with that curveball. It's 1-0. Pitch misses inside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 to Hilliard, misses high, 3-0. A lot better at bat here from Hilliard, who's being a little bit more patient. Rockies, after that first trip through the lineup, have gotten a little bit better idea against Yamamoto. Here's the 3-0. Taken all the way, it's strike 1. And we've seen that before. Kind of that first time through the lineup, they're also a little bit more aggressive than they kind of settle in. And that misses high, ball 4. That was a pitch he swung at last at bat. But he lays off and trots down to first, so back-to-back walks here in the third. Number of David Dahl. Only Rocky to really make some contact. Hit a dribbler to first that Cooper took to the bag. So here's the first pitch to Dahl. Well outside with that one. That's curveball. It's 1-0. Bit of a changeup action to it. Here's the 1-0 to Dahl. Taken for a strike there. One to David Dahl. That runs high and outside, 2-1. Yamamoto, who had good control through those first 2 innings, kind of struggling a bit now, finding the zone, getting them chase. Check swing, but it's called strike anyway. It's 2-2 now on David Dahl. It's men on first and second, 2 outs. Here in the third, Rockies down 2-0. Yamamoto comes set, checks the runner at second, and fires. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball down and in. And he gets out of the inning. So he walks 2, but the Rockies strand him. We head to the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Marlins still lead this 2-0. We look here at the Marlins, how they've been doing in 2020. They're 10th in the league in runs, averaging about 3.9, so about 4th. They've got 268 average. They've got 41 homers, that's second to last in the league, and 30 stolen bases. So they don't have the long ball working for them very much, but they get on base, they steal bags. They really know how to get on base, and that's been working for them. Miguel Rojas, the shortstop, will lead things off here for the Marlins. Rockies just hit. As Marquez winds and deals. That one's lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. So first pitch swinging for Rojas, and that gets him aboard here to start the third for the Marlins. It's being aggressive there. Down around the knees. And he just jumps on it, slaps it the other way, and that'll bring up Corey Dickerson. Dickerson with a 2-out single in the first. Started that rally for the Marlins as he fouls off that pitch. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1, misses up and in. The 1-1 in there for a called strike 2. Dickerson now down 1-2. One-two the count on Dickerson. Marquez bounces one in the dirt. Nunez, it squirts away. Throw down to second, and Rojas is in there safely. Costly error there by Marquez and Nunez. Went with the curveball in the dirt, but he's not able to keep it in front. Gets enough away that Rojas gets a good jump and takes second. So man at second now with nobody out for Corey Dickerson. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pops him up, or fly ball deep left field. Back goes Hilliard at the wall, and it's gone! 2-run homer for Corey Dickerson, his 6th of the year. And it's 4-0 Marlins now. Thought it was more of a pop-up, but then it just kept carrying deeper and deeper. And it takes it out of the ballpark. So, just like that, it's 4-0. Up in the zone, Hilliard chasing all the way. Tries to time the jump at the fence, but isn't able to get there in time. That ball just kept carrying. So nobody out now for Garrett Cooper. Takes a called strike 1 in the fastball. Double his first time up. He's 2 for 9 in the series. But Marquez trying to rally back here. Here's the 1-0. This is inside, 1-1. I'm mixing up the counts here. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the third. Marlins lead at 4-0. Marquez with his 50th pitch now coming up. Lined over to short. Desmond's got it. He'll throw on to first. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Third baseman Brian Anderson, 2-run single his last time up. Gave the Marlins the lead with a 2-0 lead in the first. They now, as that pitch misses low, 1-0. His career against Marquez, he's 4 for 11. Those 2 RBIs were his first ones of his career against Marquez. This one's hit over to left field. Hilliard's there, makes the catch, and there's quickly 2 away now. So 2 outs now. I'll bring up Harold Ramirez, the right fielder. Walked his last time up. Well, this is not the Marquez that we're used to seeing, as sometimes he's been a little bit up and down in consistency. That's kind of been the story of his career that we've seen, is, sometimes we overlook the fact that he does have some inconsistent output, and he's kind of up and down sometimes. 2-0 on Ramirez. And as we'll see Marquez go out there and throw a complete game 1-hitter against the Giants one day, and then the next outing gets shelled for 7 runs in 3 innings. Here's the 2-1. That one's fouled away. So that's something we've seen with the Rockies. As at times the guys are just so inconsistent. You're not getting a solid outing every time. You're not sure what you're going to get. Fly ball right field. Blackman ranging over. He'll sit there and make the catch, and that'll retire the side. But Corey Dickerson, the 2-run homer to left field, gives his club a 4-0 lead as we head to the 4th. Heart of the order due up for the Rockies. As Nolan Arenado, Rockies' third baseman, will stand in. He's been a bit of a slump lately. Struck out in the first. His average is down to .292. 9 homers, 32 RBIs. Not the Arenado that we're used to seeing. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. Taken there for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Colorado. Weather's nice. About as hot as it is in this simulated Miami. This one's fouled back. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Arenado. Popped him up. Anderson comes in foul territory. He'll make the catch. And there's one way to start the fourth here. Rockies still without a hit through 4 innings. Bring up the right fielder, Charlie Blackmon. Rockies probably best hitter right now. At least the most consistent. But just like everyone else, struggling at most of the time. Here's the first pitch to Blackmon. First pitch pops it up, foul territory. Alfaro drops the mask, ranges over, and makes the catch just in front of the Marlins dugout. And there's quickly 2 away. Kind of weak outs for the Rockies here to start the inning. Now bring up Daniel Murphy with 2 outs. Fly out in the first. Murphy's been someone that we've seen every time he hits the ball, if he squares one up, it's going to be hit hard. And usually for a hit. Pitch misses low, just misses at the knees. It's 1-0. We've seen him do it countless times. The 1-0 drilled over to second. Villar's got it. He'll throw into first. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Yamamoto. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Marlins still lead at 4-0. Rockies still without a hit. As we try and keep you up to date here on this Sunday afternoon. Once again, this is Skylar Timmons, part of the Sideline crowd. Always find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We don't have Instagram. Guess you could always find me on Instagram, but probably won't. Here's Don Mattingly. He needs to shave those sideburns. Matt Joyce, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Marlins. Strikeout in the first. It's Marquez looking to just bounce back, just have a clean inning. Here's the first pitch to Joyce. Fouls that one away. Well, if anything, at this point, you just want Marquez to eat as many innings as he can. Maybe go 5 or 6 innings. Tapper bounces off of Marquez. Murphy got it, throws over to Marquez, but he can't beat Joyce to the bag, so that one up is a single. Marquez kind of hobbling around a little bit, but Nunez coming out to talk to him. Looks like he should be okay. Kind of walking around, trying to work it off. Waves off Keith Duggar, the Rockies trainer, and Scotty Garrett. So here's the first pitch to Alfaro. Fouls that one away. That took a weird bounce off of Marquez. Ricocheted off of him. And literally Murphy ranges over to pick it up, but that was still a long run for Marquez to try and cover the bag. So Joyce at first, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jorge Alfaro. Here's the 0-2.
1-2 to count.
Here's the 1-2. This is high, 2-2. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with that slider. And Alfaro's retired here for the first out in inning number 4. Bring up Jordan Yamamoto. Struck out in the second. He'll probably look to lay down a sacrifice bunt, get Joyce over to second, and turn it over to Jonathan Villar. But as we've seen here on these games, Sacrifice bunt's a little harder than expected. That pitch runs well inside and dips out of the way. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Pops that one foul. If Murphy had moved, he probably could have caught that. 1-1 now on Yamamoto. Pitch, hard grounder to first. Bobbled by Murphy. He'll flip over to Marquez, and it's not in time. Yamamoto beats it out, so that'll go as an E3. Murphy probably got a little ahead of himself, thinking about trying to turn the double play. Instead, nobody's out. And now it's men on first and second with one out for Jonathan VR. Marquez comes set, kicks and deals, and fly ball left field. Hilliard ranges over, makes the catch, and there's 2 away here. Marquez up to 68 pitches. Well, if anything, you want Marquez to at least get through the 5th. Give you another inning. Remember Miguel Rojas. Single and a run scored. Came around on the Corey Dickerson homer. Grounder to third. Arnaldo's got it. He'll throw on to first, and he'll retire the side. So, Marquez gets through 4. We head to the top of the 5th. Rockies still without a hit. They're down 4-0. Desmond, McMahon, and Nunez due up. Here on this Sunday afternoon in Miami. I'll skip over this Heidi Watney segment, as always. Ian Desmond will stand in. Desmond originally came up as the shortstop with the Nationals. He's the last player playing in the league that was drafted by the Expos. But he's now was with the Nationals and then sent him over to the Texas Rangers, where he played center field, and the Rockies signed him before 2017. Basically to play first base in the position he'd never played. Like, hey, be a first baseman. He says, okay. He ended up playing mostly outfield that year because of the emergence of Mark Reynolds with the team. But he has struggled since. He's moved around positions, was our starting center fielder last year. Ended up in the left field mostly. Called strike. It's 2-2. David Dahl presumably could take over as center fielder. And right now he's lost his spot to Sam Hilliard this season, virtually. The count's full now. Good player, good clubhouse guy, but he's just kind of lost his touch since coming to Colorado. Here's the 3-2 to Desmond. Lined into right field for a base hit. So there's the first hit for the Rockies. And it comes here in the 5th. Desmond not doing too much, just takes the fastball, hits it the other way. And there's a man aboard now for Ryan McMahon. McMahon 0 for 2 tonight. Takes called strike 1. 0 for 1 tonight. Excuse me. That'll line out back in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1 pitch to McMahon. That misses low. 1-1. Nice thing with Desmond, he's got a little bit above average speed. He can swipe a bag if he needs to. Here's the 1-1. Tapper to first. Cooper's got it. He'll flip and turn over to second. But the return throws late. And McMahon's aboard. So there's one away as they get the lead off. Get the lead runner. Shave those sideburns, Mattingly. I'll bring up Dom Nunez. 7 for 26 on the year. 0 for 1 in this one. Played in yesterday's game. He's in there again today. Here's the first pitch to Nunez. Misses high, ball 1. Sim Bud Black really likes putting Dom Nunez in there. Tony Walters kind of a little bit
1-1.
slumpy at the plate right now. He's drawing a lot of walks, but not doing much else. A much better catcher defensively than Nunez. Nunez a little bit better hitter. Here's the 1-1 to Nunez. Goes the other way. Tailing from Dickerson. That'll get down for a hit. Tough play for Corey Dickerson. As that was tailing away, kind of had that backspin to it off the end of the bat. Curves away from Dickerson, long run, who has to catch it off the bounce. So I'll put men on first and second for Ramon Marquez. See if he tries to lay down the bunt or if he's swinging. First pitch, taken all the way. Looks like Bud Black's going to let his pitcher swing it. Walked his first time around. Here's the 0-1. Popped up, shallow right field. VR will call off Ramirez and make the catch, and there's two away here. Yamamoto up to 71 pitches right now. Sammy Hilliard will stand in now. Walked in the third. He'll bat with men on first and second. Well, Hilliard could easily make this a little bit closer ball game with one swing of the bat. He has that potential. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard. Taken inside, ball one. We've seen him kind of jumpstart this offense offensively. We've seen him definitely do it defensively. Plenty of good plays out in left field. This one's grounded to third, on to second to get the out, and that'll retire the side. Rockies get a couple of hits in the inning, but they strand two. We head to the bottom of the fifth. They still trail 4-0. Part of the order due up for the Marlins here at Marlins Park. Corey Dickerson will lead things off. Facing Ramon Marquez, who's in his fifth inning of work right now. Dickerson 2 for 2 tonight. Home run, single, and a couple of RBIs. And here's the first pitch. That misses outside, ball one. That one's fouled away. It's 1-1 now on the former Rocky. Here's the 1-1 to Dickerson. Curve sliders in there for strike two. Pitch runs up and in, 2-2. Runs inside, 3-2. Here's another payoff pitch to Dickerson. Popped him up on the infield. Back goes Desmond. And that'll make the catch. For out number one here in the fifth. Marquez around 75 pitches. Bring up Garrett Cooper. So Garrett Cooper, 1 for 2, the double and a run scored in this one. He'll bat with one out here in the fifth. Marlins still leading at 4-0. Scored 2 in the first. And then had a 2-run homer back in the third. That one's lined foul. Here's the 0-2. Bounces in the dirt. Ho kicks away. It's 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Cooper to swing at the fastball inside. And there's two away here in the fifth. Marquez pumping the fastball right by him. This is more of the Marquez we're used to seeing. Sadly, he's on the negative end of a 4-0 deficit. So Brian Anderson bats now, 2 outs. And he'll take strike one all the way. 0-1. Well, I don't have much. Usually we look at the headlines here in the fifth inning, but I haven't really been able to find anything of note. I haven't looked as much. Here's the 0-1. That one's hit well foul. The only thing that I've seen is that MLB has submitted the 60-some-odd page proposal of the medical stuff to the Players Union. This slow roller to short. Desmond's got it. Throws across the diamond. Nice pick there by Murphy. And that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go to the Marlins. We head to the top of the sixth. Rockies need to get something going. They're down 4-0. Here on Sunday afternoon baseball here on the Sideline Crowd. David Dahl stand in. He's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out as he leads off here in the sixth. Jordan Yamamoto still out there for the Marlins. Marquez has more or less matched him pitch-wise, inning for inning. The only thing is that the Marlins have gotten 4 runs off of Marquez, while the Rockies don't have anything against Yamamoto. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Saw David Dahl on John Boy Media the other day, interviewing with them. Pitch taken at the letters, strike one. They talking about the machines that the Rockies use to simulate pitchers to help them with the road effect. Grounded to second, VR's got it. They'll throw over to first, and there's one away. Playing in the shift. So Dahl's quickly retired for one out here in the sixth. I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Arenado's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out in this one. Popped out in foul territory to third base. His last time up, kind of a lackadaisical, anticlimactic way to get out. Probably not the way that he'd want things to go. First pitch to Arenado. This is inside, ball one. But Dahl was talking about the machines that the Rockies use. They kind of up the spin rate and such on different pitches to simulate the pitcher they're facing that night on the road, to kind of adjust so they can combat the Coors Field effect, where it's very known that Rockies players have a hard time hitting. This one is crushed to center field. Does it have a chance? That one's gone! Chalk that one up for the good guys. Nolan Arenado is 10th homer of the year. The Rockies are on the board here in the sixth. It's 4-1. Didn't think he got enough of that, but just like Corey Dickerson's homer, that ball just kept carrying. Now throws the changeup high. Arenado blasted just out of the reach of Matt Joyce. Nice job there by Arenado. So it's 4-1 Marlins now. It's Charlie Blackmon bats now. See if he can keep that streak going. It's 3 for 7 in the series with a home run. RBI. Had a homer in Friday night's game that made a big difference in that game. Gave the Rockies the lead late. They didn't relinquish it. It's 2-0 on Chuck Nasty.
3 balls, no strike.
Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. Here's the 3-0 to Blackmon. Swinging. Flared out into left, and it's caught by Anderson. Playing in the shift. He had a long way to run, but he makes the catch. And now there's 2 away here in the sixth for the Rockies. Bring him Daniel Murphy, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out in this one. This one's hit deep left field, but Dickerson's there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We're through 6 here, but Nolan Arenado gets the Rockies on the board. They're back within 3. This solo shot to center field.
Your attention, please.
Carlos Estevez coming to the ballgame now. His 14th appearance. He's 2-1. 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5.79 ERA. Take over on the mound. Marquez goes 5 innings. They'll face Harold Ramirez.
The right fielder, Harold Ramirez.
Here's the first pitch to Ramirez. First pitch swinging, fouls that one down the line. 0-1. We haven't seen Estevez much. He's only... You see there, he hasn't made many appearances. But he's kind of taken over as a middle relief role today. Yency Almonte and, I don't know, Diaz warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Kind of see the same guys in these simulations because of the nature of kind of the game's algorithm of how guys are to be used. Slow roller to third. Arenado's got it on one hop. And he'll throw into first for out number 1. So your guys that are in the middle relief spot in the pitching lineup will generally pitch in those innings. And so Yency Almonte, usually a guy who will come in, in these top innings to be a long man. He's your long relief, and then you got a couple of 3 or 4 guys that are in the middle relief, and then 2 setup guys, and then the closer. Pitch misses, 1-0. So it's not like in real life where guys will need more rest some days, and you'll kind of see a mixture of a lot of those pitchers in those scenarios and situations. 1-1 the count now. Here's the 1-1. That misses outside. It's 2-1 now on Estevez. Kind of took a little while to get back on the mound, get some recomposure. Matt Joyce waits on the 2-1 pitch. Tapper back in the middle. Nice backhand by Estevez. Turns and throws for out number 2. Good job there by Carlos Estevez to make that play. Jorge Alfaro, the catcher. It's 2 away here in the 6th. The Rockies trail 4-1. Alfaro's over 2 tonight. Strikeout and a ground out. Here's the first pitch to Alfaro. And this is outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss there, down and in. Yeah, it's 1-1 now. So I was kind of looking at some of the Marlins facts. So they were founded in 1993. This expansion team alongside the Rockies. They were known as the Florida Marlins at the time. They became the Miami Marlins back in 2011 when they kind of rebranded. And then just last season they rebranded again to the colors they're at now with their uniforms, kind of back to what they originally were, getting rid of that orange hue that the team had. 4-1 is a called strike there. It's 2-2. So they posted losing records in each of their first 4 seasons, but began to improve, and then they became a National League wild card winner in 1997. Grounder to first. Murphy's got it. He'll take it to the bag. Now retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Marlins here in the 6th. Steves with the clean inning. We head to the top of the 7th. Desmond, McMahon, and Nunez do up. Rockies trailed this one 4-1. As well, Desmond lead things off. He had a base hit his last time up, then was erased as part of the fielder's choice. So bat here. Rockies down by 3. Jordan Yamamoto still on the mound for the Marlins. As here's the first pitch from Yamamoto. Called strike there. It's 0-1. Part of that team, they're led by pitcher Livan Hernandez, Gary Sheffield, the outfielder, Luis Castillo, the second baseman. This one's hit deep to center field. That'll bounce off the wall. Desmond will cruise into second with a leadoff double here. It's 4th double of the year, and so the Rockies got something cooking here. In the 4th, squares that one up. Bounces off the wall, and Don Mattingly's going to come in and make the double switch. His pitcher spot was due up, so Adam Conley will make his 29th appearance. He's 2-0, 2.48 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 13 walks. He's got 10 holds, 29 innings work. Francisco Cervelli will come in to catch now. Rockies saw Conley Friday night, excuse me. Have the strikeout pitch really working against him. Ryan McMahon will bat now. He's 0 for 2. Line out and a ground out. He bats with nobody out. Runner on second. He's got 4 straight. He got 2 lefties and the pinch hitter, the pitcher spot. Soon we'll get a pinch hitter. Maybe in Chris Owings. And then you'll get 2 more lefties. So smart move to bring in Adam Conley here with all the lefties the Rockies have in their lineup. Here's the 1-1 to McMahon. Swing and a miss there. Fooled him on that slider. 1-2. Desmond waits at second. So Florida beat the Giants and the Atlanta Braves in the playoffs to go to the World Series. It's fouled away. They then beat the Indians. Those poor Indians. Can't seem to have luck in the World Series. Beat the Indians in a 7-game series. Won by a single in the bottom of the 11th in the deciding game. This one's popped down the left field line. That'll drift foul. And we'll do it again, 1-2. Despite winning the series, the Marlins claimed to be losing money, and a great number of the key players were traded away by the middle of the following season. They lost 108 games in '98. And since I've kind of seen them struggle, this one's lined into center, but right at Joyce, who makes the catch. And there's one away. Hard hit ball by McMahon, but hung up long enough, and it was hit right at Joyce in center field. And so there's one away for Dom Nunez. It's 1 for 2, had a single back in the 5th. 2003, the Marlins again qualified as a wild card winner, advanced to the World Series. Guys like Josh Beckett and Brad Penny start for the Marlins in their second World Series, and then they defeated the Yankees in 6 games to win their second title. Then they once again cut their payroll. They missed the playoffs in 2004. But then they developed a reputation for cultivating talented young players such as Miguel Cabrera, Hanley Ramirez, Giancarlo Stanton. But success has continued to just kind of wait. This is a slow roller over to third, backhanded by Anderson. They'll throw on to first, and there's 2 away now. Hard hit ball, kind of a sinker. And I'll bring up Chris Owings, pinch hitter. Hit from the right side. First pitch called at the knees. It's 0-1. And then if you remember in 2012, they rebranded as the Miami Marlins and built the giant new ballpark that we're in right now. They got Ozzie Guillen to be their manager. And it was not a success. They finished in last. Attendance was disappointing. They fired Guillen. This one's popped out to right field. Ramirez comes in and makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. Rockies get a leadoff double, but they strand Desmond at second. We head to the bottom of the seventh. Still trailing 4-1. Cervelli, VR, and Rojas due up for the Marlins. Cyril Diaz will get the ball now. 28th appearance. He's got a 6.28 ERA. They'll face Francisco Cervelli, who had his first homer of the year on Friday in a pinch hit appearance. It's in 270, 8 RBIs, 1 homer, 378 on base percentage. Swing and a miss there. It's 0-1. So before the 2012 midseason trade deadline and during the following offseason, the Marlins traded away almost every one of their best and highest paid players in a massive salary dump. I kind of remember this. It's kind of a fire sale. Here's the 1-1. Tapped foul. Which is something that really angers a fan base, to see your team just constantly selling off your best players. That one's shot back up the middle for a base hit, so Cervelli is aboard in his first plate appearance. And there's one aboard here to start the seventh for the Marlins. I'm bringing up Jonathan VR, the second baseman. Bats now, the man first, here with nobody out. So for several years, the Marlins just were fielding some of the worst teams in the National League until 2016, where they just finished 3 games under 500, which wasn't bad. But then they were sold in 2017 to a new team, and Derek Jeter became the head of baseball operations, who then traded away most of the team's young stars. That sold off Yelich, Ozuna, Stanton. Here's the 1-1 to VR, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. And then you saw JT Realmuto traded away, trying to start another rebuild effort. That's where they're at now. And probably realized after the 2020 season that they needed to bring in some guys to kind of continue to support this team while they give their guys time to develop in the minors. This one's squared up, lined into right, but right at Charlie Blackmon. Makes the catch. Hang on, there's one away here in the seventh. Good hit there by Jonathan VR. Squared it up, but pulls it right to Miguel Rojas. 1 for 3. 283 average on the year. See a bat here with 1 out and man on first. First pitch to Rojas, misses inside, ball 1. So that's the thing with the Marlins. They've just kind of still in limbo, figuring out their clear direction of what they're doing. Because they are a team that has won 2 World Series. But they've always struggled to make a profit. That's been the problem for them. Is I guess just the fans in Miami and Florida don't care as much about baseball. Bounces in the dirt. Takes off for second. The throw down, not in time. Cervelli swipes second on the wild pitch. There's a man at second now. 3-0 now on Rojas. breaking ball in the dirt, and that's the same type of thing that keeps happening to Dom Nunez. Can't corral those pitches, and now man at second with one out. 3-0 delivery to Rojas. Catches the outside corner, 3-1. Because we see the same thing with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Marlins. Just nobody's going to the baseball games. Partly because, well, the Marlins just haven't been a very good team, so it's hard to turn a profit. The Rays are getting better, but still their location, their stadium, everything just hasn't worked out for them. Fly ball center field. Dahl makes the catch. Throws goes to third, but staying put at second is Cervelli. And there's 2 away here in the 7th. Corey Dickerson, 2 for 3 in this one. He's got a homer, a single, a couple of RBIs. He'll bat with 2 outs now. And here's the first pitch. Called strike. Had a 2-run homer back in the 4th. Made it 4-0, and Marlins have been held scoreless since then. They've definitely threatened. They've been getting on base, but nothing more than that. Gets a piece of that one, hits it. It's 0-2. Arenado hit a home run top of the inning, or last inning, make it 4-1. This one's lined out into left. Hilliard's there to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Marlins in the 7th. Stranded man at second. We head to the top of the 8th. Rockies down 4-1. Top of the order due up here at Marlins Park.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's Ryan Stanek. We'll get the ball now. 21st appearance. He's 0-1. 6 for 8 in save opportunities. 5.65 ERA. He's one of the guys that kind of takes over, splits time in that closer role. Sam Hilliard will lead things off against Stanek. Stanek 16 strikeouts, 13 walks. Kind of hit a rough patch as of late. First pitch to Hilliard in there for a called strike. Well, we've seen the Rockies rally in the 8th. We've seen them kind of have some big comebacks in those later innings. Hopefully one of those times they're going up against Stanek, who we saw there hit 100 miles an hour on that fastball. Pitch catches the outside corner. Dude, that was 89, so you're really going to have to figure out the timing as he can pump the gas right by you and then pull the string on you. Big difference of about 10 miles an hour. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to swing at the fastball in the low outside corner. And there's 1 away here to start the 8th. Hilliard's sat down on 3 pitches. Stanek pumping the cheddar cheese. I'm going to bring up David Dahl, who's hitless tonight. Comes set. Here's the first pitch to Dahl. Called strike there on the fastball. 0-1. But sadly, what's you can kind of see might be happening is at least the Marlins have committed to rebuilds and those type of things. Try and build up, sell off stars. Hopefully they'll pay off. But that's something that the Rockies are somewhat refusing to do. And that one gets away. It's 1-2. As you see, there are only about 18,000 people at the Marlins Park game. That place is capable of fitting a whole lot more. But the Rockies, who were refused to commit to a rebuild, instead just kind of sit in limbo. They don't do anything. They don't seem to make any improvements or attempt to make improvements. They just seem to be doing nothing. And that's what's most frustrating for Rockies fans. Whereas the Marlins are trying to do something, the Rockies just kind of sit stagnant. This one's hit weakly to left field. Dickerson makes the catch, and there's 2 away here in the 8th. Arenado coming up the plate.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan.
So it's definitely very frustrating, and one of those players that's frustrated with the team itself and how it's doing things is Nolan Arenado. Solo homer back in the 6th. 2 for 8 in the series. Where after he's signing that big extension Then the Rockies don't do anything to improve the team after a disastrous 2019. Instead, just saying, hey, play better. And that definitely frustrates him. Short of demanding a trade, well, he's still with the team. Haven't heard much else, and we haven't heard much else ever since the season hasn't happened. Here's the 0-1. Misses low, 1-1. So he has the opt-out clause after next season, after the 2021 season, so we'll see what happens there. But the odds of Nolan Arenado being in a Rockies uniform, at least for even 2021, is, well, it's hard to see. Hard to see that happening. Here's the 2-1. Fouls that one back. And when there's been clear opportunities to improve the team, they haven't done it, whether it be pitching-wise or filling in spots on the field. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside 3-2. And they block a lot of players. They'll just make a lot of mistakes. Rockies fans will still hold on to kind of that heartbreak of seeing DJ LeMahieu leave and Daniel Murphy replace him. This one's popped up right field. Ramirez on the line makes the catch, and that'll do it. Rockies go down 1-2-3 in an uneventful eighth. We head to the bottom of the eighth. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Marlins. Good inning by Ryan Stanek for the Marlins. They lead this 4-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Colorado, number 4.
Tyler Kinley on the mound now, making his 26th appearance. He's 0-1, 7.43 ERA, 22 strikeouts, 13 walks as he faces off against his former team. Garrett Cooper lead things off. He's got a double in this one. So more or less the moral of the story is, when you're not a big market team like the Marlins and the Rockies, things just get frustrating. Trying to do your best to compete against teams with money and bigger, fan support fan bases. Here's the first pitch, misses inside. Here's the 2-1 to Cooper. High and deep to center field. Dahl going back to the wall, and this one is gone. Solo homer for Garrett Cooper, his 8th of the year, and that'll extend their lead to 5. 5-1 now, Marlins. Left the pitch up, and he just clobbers it to center field. Almost would have hit the Marlins still have their big abomination of a statue in center field. They would have hit off of it. Right around that area. Squares it up, and now it's 5-1 Marlins. Nobody out. Wade Davis and Wade Davis and Jake McGee warm up in the Rockies bullpen. That pitch misses 1-0. Brian Anderson 1 for 3 tonight. Single, 2 runs scored, but those are back way in the first. Gave the Marlins the lead, and they haven't relinquished it. Here's the 1-0 from Kinley. Misses inside. 2-0. Davis and McGee warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Righty and a left. Hoping maybe the Rockies can rally, tie it, or get the lead in the 9th. Giving them an opportunity. Grounded to third. Arenado's got it. Sets his feet and fires. And there's one away here. 2-0. Grounder. And now there's one away here for Harold Ramirez, the right fielder. 0 for 2. The walk way back in the first. Well, for the most part, the Rockies have pitched somewhat well in this game, except for Marquez. This one's popped out to first. Gave up the 4 runs in the first inning, and then the 4th inning, numbering Matt Joyce singled back in the 4th. But then from around there, but other than that, he went 5 innings. Bullpen throws 3 scoreless. Or 2 scoreless, and then Kinley comes in here and gives up the solo shot. That can kind of be frustrating when you're a team, and they haven't been able to hit well. Jordan Yamamoto for the Marlins goes 6 1/3, or goes 6 innings, and then pitches into the 7th. Left with a 4-1 lead. Kinley comes set. The 2-1 to Joyce. Fly ball deep center field. This one has a chance, and it'll bounce at the base of the wall. Hilliard gets it, throws it back in. That's a long 2-out double to Matt Joyce. Running at the pitcher spot. Just misses the home run, but Joyce with the 2-out double. We'll get a pinch hitter here in Jazz Chisholm. Here's the first pitch to Chisholm, and this is low.
That's the ball.
The 1-0 misses up and in. Jazz Chisholm acquired last season at the deadline. Grounded to short. Desmond's got it. He'll throw on first. Marlins acquired him for Zach Gallen from the Diamondbacks. Well, Garrett Cooper hits a home run. Puts his team up 5-1 as we head to the top of the 9th. Rockies 3 outs to work with here at Marlins Park this Sunday afternoon. They'll face Brandon Kinsler, making his 19th appearance. He's 2-0. Hasn't had a save opportunity. Got a 1.45 ERA. 9 strikeouts to 3 walks. 18 2/3 innings. Been very effective for the Marlins this season so far in his appearances. They'll face Charlie Blackmon. Face Blackmon, Murphy, and Desmond. First pitch swinging, and it's inside, ball 1. Or strike 1. Excuse me. He swung at that. Well, on AT&T Sportsnet tonight, you can see Aaron Cook's shortest 9-inning game in Coors Field history against the Padres in 2008. Watch that on AT&T Sportsnet. I believe Jenny Kavnar and whatnot on Instagram or their show will talk to Aaron Cook. I remember Aaron Cook. Had his autograph from the first Rockies game I ever went to. Got his autograph. Not sure whatever happened to it. Here's the 0-2 to Charlie Blackmon. Misses low, ball 1. The 1-2. Gets a piece of it and just misses extra bases. Goes left of the bag. Do it again, 1-2. The 1-2. Bounces in the dirt, 2-2. Also, as we look at some of our other friends of the Purple Row, this one's hit foul down the line. This is lined into center field. Gets down in front of Joyce. And the leadoff man's aboard for the Rockies. How about that? Good at bat there by Charlie Blackmon. Gets aboard. Went down to get it. Lines it. Center field. Joyce plays it off the hop. So man at first now for Daniel Murphy. Here in the top of the ninth, Rockies down 5-1. Takes ball one. Not sure the result of today's game, but the Sim Rockies on our friends at Purple Row, they've in a midst of a 10-game losing streak. Ryan Castellani getting clobbered in his debut for the Purple Row Rockies the other day. I'm not sure how they did today at the time of this. So they've been really struggling with pitching. Their Herman Marquez, our Marquez who started this game, theirs is in AAA at the moment. A lot of struggles for them. Here's the 2-0 to Murphy. Misses down and in. 3-0. So if Murphy gets aboard, we might see pinch runner, maybe Josh Fuentes. So what I would assume, coming to pinch run for Murphy. That's 3-0 on the Rockies' first baseman. That misses ball four, so 4-pitch walk to Daniel Murphy, and just like that, the Rockies have 2 men aboard with nobody out. Here in the top of the ninth, Ian Desmond coming up to the plate. As we won't get a pinch hitter here. And Desmond 2 for 3, a double and a single in this one. He's had some success. And a called strike there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
0-1 on the Rockies shortstop. The 0-1's fouled away. It's 0-2 now. Like the Denver Post Rockies were able to win, take the series against the Marlins. Misses in the dirt, 2-2. Rockies win at 5-4 for the Denver Post today. They've improved to 31-15 on the year. Grounded to second. VR throws over to first, or second over to first. Double play. That's kind of typical of Ian Desmond there. We've seen him do that a lot, of grounded into a double play in crucial spots. So Blackmon will move to third. Textbook double play there. Murphy's retired, and so is Desmond. So 2 away for Ryan McMahon. 0 for 3 tonight. Runner at third. First pitch to McMahon. This is outside. Yeah, so the Denver Post Rockies are 31-15. They have a 3.5 game lead over the Dodgers. And their Marlins are 19-28. Well, after this game, the Rockies have the day off tomorrow, then they go to Chicago to face the White Sox for 2.
2-1 to count.
Before coming back home to face the Phillies. Grounded through the right side for a base hit. That'll score Blackmon. And the Rockies get a run across here in the ninth. Job there by McMahon. Dom Nunez the batter now with 2 outs, man at first, and they're going to go get Yimi Garcia, making his 18th appearance. Typical closer. He's perfect, 12 for 12 in save opportunities. 5.52 ERA, 17 strikeouts to 5 walks. He'll come in now with 2 outs, man at first. He'll face Dom Nunez. John Gray on the hill for the Rockies tomorrow. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. It's just interesting how these different simulations, how they work out. You know, our Rockies kind of struggling. Purple Row Rockies very struggling quite a bit as of late. And then Denver Posts, they're just winning the division. Apparently doing amazing. John Gray 7-1. Marquez 6-3. Crazy. Comes the 2-0 to Nunez. Misses high, 3-0. Pitcher spot on deck with Tyler Kinley. So we'll get the pinch hitter, probably Raimel Tapia. Here's the 3-0 to Nunez. Ball 4, so that'll move McMahon to second. Nunez will trot to first. 2 away here, Rockies with men on first and second. Just like that, the tying run is up to the plate. 2 outs here in the 9th. And we'll get Raimel Tapia, who will pinch hit. 263 average, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. He was hitless in yesterday's game. Started in center. But looking for the opportunity here. Swing of the bat, he could tie this thing up or make it a little interesting. First pitch to Tapia. Outside, ball 1. So Rockies threatening here. Had a good inning. Not for Desmond hitting into that double play, the Rockies would be in a lot better shape instead of hitting with 2 outs. So 2 men aboard. The 1-0 fouls that one away. Yimi Garcia trying to close this thing out. Kinsler started the inning, got 2 outs, but then called strike there at the letters. It's 1-2. Rockies down to their final strike here. Raimel Tapia trying to play hero. Garcia comes set. Here's the 1-1. Misses low, ball 2. Runs the count to 2-2. We've seen Tapia have the he has the pop. Here's the 2-2. And they said he went around, strike 3. That's your ball game as the Marlins win this one 5-2. They win the series 2-1. And the Rockies once again come short as they'll hop on the plane and head to Chicago, take on the White Sox starting Tuesday and Wednesday. Just how unfortunate. That's got to be frustrating. Yamamoto holds on, wins 3-4. Marquez drops to 3-4. Garcia gets his 13th save. Marlins win this one 5-2. Marlins with 9 hits to the Rockies 6. Yamamoto goes 6 innings, 4 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 2 walks. German Marquez gives up 4 runs on 6 hits and 5 innings of work. Struck out 5. Player of the game, Corey Dickerson. Dickerson goes 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs. That 2-run homer came in the 3rd inning. That gave the Marlins a 4-0 lead. It wasn't until the 6th when Nolan Arenado hit a solo homer that the Rockies got on the board, and then Charlie Blackmon scores a run in the top of the 9th. They come short of a comeback. They had tying run to the plate, but can't cash it in. Some of the notables for the Rockies: Arenado goes 1 for 4, Desmond 2 for 4, McMahon 1 for 4, and Nunez 1 for 3. Some of the notables for Miami: Dickerson 2 for 4. Garrett Cooper 2 for 4 with a homer, double RBI, 2 runs scored. Brian Anderson 2 RBIs, and Matt Joyce 2 for 4 with a double. Take a quick look here at the box score. As you get a good look there, you can pause it if you want. Kind of struggling, a lot of zeros there for the Rockies. Arenado with his 10th homer of the year. Estevez and Diaz both throw scoreless innings. Tyler Kinley gives up a run in the 8th. And here's what it looks like for the Marlins. Dickerson and Cooper kind of leading the charge for the Marlins today. Otherwise, everybody else kind of struggling at the plate. Again, they only out-hit the Rockies by 3 hits. Dickerson and Cooper both with a solo homer, or with both home runs. And the Marlins pitching staff shuts down the Rockies today, only allowing 2 runs. Well, that'll do it here on the Sideline Crowd. Once again, I'm Skylar Timmons. Thank you so much for joining us. We have the day off tomorrow. Maybe we'll just broadcast a random game or do something fun with it. But if not, we'll be back Tuesday for the opening game against the Chicago White Sox in Chicago for some interleague play. But that'll do it here. Once again, remind you that we are not affiliated with Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show 20. Just doing this on the Sideline Crowd. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Try to keep you up to date on everything and whatnot. Again, you can look at all of our games that we've broadcast. There is a playlist on our channel on the Sideline Crowd. Please share it with your friends and people who may be missing baseball. Let us know how you're doing, and hopefully everybody's staying safe and having fun. Once again, final score, Miami wins this one 5-2. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.